is Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Workshop. We've got another instrument review from Glarry Musical Instruments. It's kind of them to send it to me. But I gotta be perfectly honest with you before we get into this. This is kind of a mistake. I didn't realize what they were sending. I thought they were sending me a 5-string banjo. It turned out they sent me a banjo, if you will, but it's not a 5-string banjo. This is a 6-string banjo, which really isn't a banjo at all. It's a Guitjo or something like that. So in my opinion, this is kind of a novelty instrument. It's not your run-of-the-mill standard instrument. So basically it's a guitar with a banjo body. That's what it amounts to. That's why they call it a Guitjo. And we just took it out of the box a moment ago. I tuned it up. Overall, it's a decent quality the way it's made. I'm just being totally honest. This part of the instrument is decent, for an inexpensive banjo, if you will. This part is pretty decent. It's got a good number of hooks on it, which, a lot of them only come with, half that many hooks. The more hooks, the better. The head comes down tight, all that kind of thing. I'm not trying to explain that this is, a high-end master tone Gibson banjo. It's nothing like that. But it does have a little bit of weight to it, so it's not exactly a real lightweight one like some of them are. It's kind of in the middle there a little bit. The appointments on this part are decent. The head's pretty solid. The neck, I'm going to tell you right up front, in my opinion, is a little bulky. Not too terribly bad. It's definitely playable. The action is pretty high, the way they had it set up. They had the bridge, I believe, stuck in place. I don't know that they had it glued, but somehow or another they had it more or less stuck there, so maybe some lightweight type glue or something. I had to pull pretty hard to get the bridge to move at all. But then I got to thinking I ought to just leave it set where it's pretty much at so I could show you what the problem is. The bridge is set at, in my opinion, at the wrong angle, and I'm exaggerating now, but it's from here to that way. It's at that angle when it should be from this to this angle would be the norm angle, really, for any instrument pretty much. So that's kind of set wrong. I was checking the intonation and it was sharp on the big E, so I pulled it back just a little bit. I left the angle the same so you could see the angle that they had there. The small E is really okay, the small E, I'm going to check it right now, the intonation. I haven't really checked it. It's really flat. So that makes sense because this bridge is at the wrong place, at wrong angle. It should be forward. So let's move that right now. You got to get a good grip on this, especially with the 6 strings. It's got much more tension on it. And you just got to have hold of everything. And then, I'm spinning it forward like that. And that's probably pretty close. I'm going to double check the bass side first. Pretty close. Let's try the treble side now. Pretty close now. So that's in the ballpark. So that wasn't horrible or anything. I just wanted to point that out. Now the action down here is pretty darn high. Really, it's fairly high. Up at the first fret, it's high too, but it's, I would say, a little extra high here at the 12th fret. So let's just get an idea of what it really is. Yeah, it's almost immeasurable. It's so high. This gauge only goes up to 150 thousandths and it slides all the way under there, as you can see. So it's crazy high. So that's really unacceptable. That means this bridge here would have to come down quite a bit. Up here it's pretty high too, to be honest. Let's just see, 35 thousandths, I'd say, here on this one, when it should be roughly 18 thousandths. This is, probably 45 thousandths down here. It roughly should be about 18 also. something like that. So all of this is high. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick adjustment on all of this, and we'll come back and play it for you. All right, so let's play this Guitjo now that we've got it set up halfway decent. I'll be perfectly honest, the action's still high here. It could come down another 20 thousandths here and it'd be fine. But it's still a little high here. It's not too bad up here now. I've got the intonation set approximately correct. Well, now you know I'm not a banjo picker or a guitar picker, but I did the best I could do. There you go. There it is. The Glarry Guitjo is what I would call it. It's a banjo guitar. So it truly is a guitar. I mean, you know, all the chords, everything are a guitar, and it just has a banjo head on it. Just to review it again, the neck is a little bit on the bulky side. The setup wasn't too terribly bad. We did have to lower this. I lowered this about 100,000ths of an inch here, which dropped it about 50 here. It's still high here. It could go another 20 down here, so that would mean you'd need to take about another 40 off of this. The action up here is pretty close. It's in the ballpark. It's not that big a deal up there. My review of this part of the banjo, reasonably okay. I mean, it's nothing super special, you know, but on the other hand, it's not too bad. Possibly could make a fairly decent deal on a halfway decent banjo. If you already had a 5-string neck and you bought this, you could put your 5-string neck on here and you'd have a 5-string flat top banjo. So it wouldn't be a bad deal that way if you already had a neck, or if you could get yourself a 5-string neck fairly cheaply, you could actually end up with a decent beginner level 5-string banjo. Or you could play it as a novelty instrument and have a Guitjo and play it this way. Either way would work fine, whatever you'd like to do with it, of course. That's going to conclude my review of it, but here's what we're going to do. Since I don't really feel like this is an instrument that I would give to the schools to learn on, although, I mean, you know, a school could use it because they could teach guitar on it, no question. But I think what I'll do instead on this one is we'll make it a giveaway to our viewers. Now, it's going to cost me quite a bit to ship this. I don't get paid by Glarry when they send these to me. There's no money in this for me whatsoever, so it's a total loss for me. It's a loss in my time, it's a loss in the shipping. So here's the deal. I will give this away to someone if you are willing to pay the shipping to your place. So that's all you'd have to pay is the shipping. If you want to win this, make a comment on the video and put the word Guitjo in the comment. We will figure out a way to randomly draw one of the comments out of there, and that will be the winner. Now keep in mind, you will have to pay the shipping to wherever you are located in the world. I would imagine it only makes sense for people in the US to enter this contest. But if you want to win it and you're somewhere else in the world, as long as you're willing to pay the shipping, I'll ship it to you. But the shipping, you have to understand, could be many hundreds of dollars. So I would recommend that you not enter unless you're really willing to spend that kind of money. For the most part, this is to the lower 48 states is really what I would think the contest should be. Just put the word Guitjo in your comment and we'll figure out a way to randomly draw one of the comments out of there, and that will be the winner, and we'll announce that in a future shop talk. So thanks for watching. Good luck to you.